So hi guys, this video is regarding my upcoming face-to-face revision classes at Chennai for CA Inter Auditing. So here I'm going to talk about what is the duration of the class and what is the fee structure for what syllabus that we are going to cover and what we are not going to cover and where it will be conducted. Will there be online facility for this or not? So every aspect I'm going to cover. So first of all, this face-to-face class is at Chennai, which starts on 19th September, which will start on 19th September and which will complete on 23rd September. So the class will complete on 23rd September and the marks will be for 80 marks. So the coverage will be for 80 marks and the fees that we are charging is approximately 2000 rupees. So the class will complete on 23rd and it will start on 19th September and will close on 23rd September. Now, uh, first, now where is the venue? Like if you look at a brief, idea, we are going to give you the PDF material. So you can just download Sreshta for CA and CMA application in Play Store. In the main menu, study material option will be there. Inside that November 22, May 23 materials for all 8 subjects of CA Inter were there. In that P6 auditing, you will find new material. So that material I'm going to use. In addition to that, I'm also going to use colored smart notes. So there is a smart notes which is colored book. So that one also I'm going to use. Now you may have a doubt, sir, is this smart notes available for sale as a hard copy? Yes, the hard copy will be available for sale from September 11th onwards. 10th or 11th onwards, I will be making it available for sale. And for registration, you need to contact 9444005852 number. And the class will start on 19th September and completes on 23rd September. The timings are 10 to 6 p.m. and it's a 5 days batch. We will be covering 80 mark syllabus and the fees is 2000. The first question that pops up in your mind, is this only face to face or is there any online live telecast? No, a live telecast is not available because of some security reasons. I'm not telecasting it on live. However, we are having recorded classes. We are going to record all these sessions, whatever I'm going to take for approximately 30 hours. I'm going to take for approximately 30 hours. Entire 30 hours I will be recording. That recording will be available for sale at the same price after 23rd September. After 23rd September, the recording will be available for sale. Next. Now, what are the other details that you have to, understand? See, first of all, as I told, recordings will be available from 24th September itself onwards. Now, one important disclaimer I want to clarify. 12 hours, approximately 10 to 12 hours out of 35 hours that we are going to cover. Getting it, approximately 10 to 12 hours content of my choice. I'll be taking 30 plus hours for sure. 30 hours is for sure. Out of that, 10 to 12 hours of my choice, I will upload it on YouTube at free of cost after completion of the class. See why I'm telling you at this moment itself, so that you should not question me later. Sir, we have paid 2000 attended face to face. Out of it, outrightly 1/3 of the classes you uploaded at free on YouTube. You should not question me later. Right now itself, I'm telling you, I'm not uploading entire 30 hours. I'm uploading some 10 to 12 hours of content. And the fees that we are charging is only for the 18 hours balance that you are attending. Totally it is 30, 32, right? 35, 32 hours it might come. Okay. Only for the 20 hours that you are watching only we are collecting the fee because we are uploading anyhow 12 hours free on YouTube. So whatever I teach you in the class that we record, no, my choice 12 hours I'll upload on YouTube. Getting it? So first itself I'm giving you this disclaimer. So later you should not question me the uploaded content which is free of cost on YouTube. Okay, don't question me. Even if anybody after watching this 12 hours YouTube content, if at all they want to buy 30 hours revision, so they can buy at the same 2000 price. Okay, so there I'm justifying your, attendance. Next, coming to what are all that I am going to cover, what chapters that I'm going to cover. First of all, as per my material, we are having 17 chapters in CA Inter Audit. We are having roughly totally 17 chapters. In that, the first chapter is fundamentals on audit. The first chapter is fundamentals. And the second chapter is nature, objective and scope of audit. Nature, objective and scope. And third chapter is company audit we have. And the fourth chapter is, sorry, so one, just a minute, sorry, just a minute. Once again, I'll write. So fundamentals, nature, objective and scope of audit. Third one, company audit. Fourth one, audit report. Fifth one, society's audit. First, have a look at what is the syllabus that we have. Then I will analyze what I'm going to cover, and I will also explain you the reasons why I'm covering these topics, why I am not covering certain topics. So before attending the class, if you have this idea, so that you will think better and take registration accordingly. Now, sixth, we are having documentation and evidence chapter. Okay. Then seventh, we are having a chapter called fraud. Then eighth, we are having a chapter called risk assessment and internal control. The ninth, we are having a chapter called sampling. 10th, we are having a chapter called analytical procedure. Then 11, we are having a chapter called strategy, planning and program. Then 12th, we are having a chapter called automated environment. I hope you know this. Automated environment. Then 13, we are having a chapter in my book as standards on auditing. Like there are some standards which exclusively we have to discuss under this chapter. So that's pending standards, nothing but. See, actually, nature, objective and scope of audit talks about 220, SQC, 210, 200. These four standards are already covered under NOS, Whereas audit report talks about 700, 701, 705, 706, 710, 299, 570. These standards are already covered under this, and even 610. These 8 standards are covered in audit report chapter. Documentation, which talks about 230, 500, 330. 330 actually you don't have in syllabus, but 330 related content is already given as part of documentation and evidence. Fraud is nothing but 240 standard. Risk assessment is nothing but 315, 330. And even 330 content is there here. Sampling 530. Analytical procedure 520. Strategy, planning and program 300, 320. Materiality. Again, automated environment is again 315 content. See, so many standards are covered as part of various chapters. Students think, many students, standards means separately we need to learn. No, your entire audit syllabus, if you look at 70% of the syllabus is for you is standards. Each chapter is actually a standard. So other than these standards, we are totally having 35 auditing standards. Out of 35, so many were covered here. Other than that, what are the remaining standards? Out of them, what are all applicable at CA Inter? That we will be discussing at standards on auditing chapter in general. Then we are having 14th chapter, which is bank audit. Then we are having 15th chapter as government audit. Then we are having 16th chapter, different types of entities, nothing but special audit, different types of entities. Then we are having 16th chapter, items of financial statements. Now, what are all I am covering, I'll highlight with green color. I will for sure cover fundamentals, because which is most important. Because with this fundamentals class itself, many students, whoever is attending, will realize that they don't know so many things. With fundamentals itself, I'll open and make you understand how many things that you are not aware of. And see, in order to understand the audit subject, first of all, there are some terms which you need to understand. So that's why I start with fundamentals. Then I will discuss NOS. Then I will discuss company audit. Then I will discuss audit report. In this audit report, what I will not cover. See, remember, you may be asking, sir, is it not covered on YouTube or not covered on? I will not cover in the revision at all. In the revision itself, I will not cover. Getting it? What I will not cover is, I will not be covering 610. I will not be covering 610 and even 710. These two standards I am not at all covering in the revision class at all. Next, society's audit I will be covering in full. Documentation and evidence also I will be covering in full. But SCA 330 related content is there, no? I will not be covering. Actually, as per the notification of ICI, SCA 330 standard is not applicable. But you know what? As part of documentation and evidence chapter, 330 related content is given. So, I feel institute will not test many marks from 330. Maybe it will be testing maximum 4, worst case. So, let us take that. Let's take that risk. Okay. So, from these two, maximum possible questions is 6 marks. See, what 6 marks? If at all they want to ask on those two. See, audit report weightage itself is 12 marks. 12 to 15 marks. Out of that 6 marks from these two means what? No, actually 6 marks they will not test. If at all they test, maximum marks will come for how many? 6 marks. If at all they test. Understand my words. Okay. So but anyhow, let us not give weightage for that also. 6 marks also don't allocate, because that is not correct way of understanding. So what I'm not covering, three standards I'm not covering here. Fraud I'll be covering in full. Risk assessment and internal control also I'll be covering in full. In full means what? Not in-depth explanation. It's a revision class. First of all, understand, you know, my regular course is approximately 90 to 95 hours, and I'm taking here for 30 hours. Within one third time, hardly one third time I'm investing. Do you expect within one third in-depth teaching for entire 100 marks? In fact, the subject is for 120 marks. First of all, understand that. Out of 120, I am only taking 80 marks paper. Out of 120, I'm only taking 80 marks paper. Getting it? Means two-thirds syllabus I'll be taking. So don't expect in-depth explanation for each and every topic. This is a revision class. First of all, understand. Who can attend for this revision class? You know, you have already read the subject once. Still somewhere you're not getting good command or clarity on the subject. You're still worried about the subject a lot. Then you can attend this class face to face. You have already listened to some classes of mine or any other faculty, and still you're not happy with the total understanding, total command that you're having on the subject. You are continuously, constantly, worried about the subject. You must attend this class. Or you're a self-preparation student. You have already gone through the subject once, at least once you read, you can attend. Now you may have a question, sir, I am a first timer. I have no idea about the audit at all. No idea about the audit. Okay. By registering with this face-to-face class, I want to learn everything in the audit. Not possible. Come out of your imagination. If you want to attend, if you are a first timer, you have not yet started the audit subject till date yet. With this class you want to learn, you can attend, but take it only as a guidance. You need to study again on your own. With this class, I cannot guarantee you that you will understand everything the best for first timer. Getting it? But I'm telling you, even though confidently I can tell you, if you attend anybody's class, or even if you watch any YouTube video, 70-80 hours of class you watch anybody's, by watching this 30 hours, what kind of command, what kind of clarity you get that you don't get anywhere else, that I can give you the assurance. Okay. Next. So fraud I'll cover, risk assessment I'll cover, sampling I'll cover, analytical procedures I'll cover. I will not be covering strategy, planning and materiality topic. I will not be covering. Automated environment I will not be covering. No, I will not be covering the chapter itself directly. Okay. The chapter itself I will not be covering. In this, few important standards for there, some 5 like that I will be covering. Bank audit I will cover. Bank audit I will cover. Government audit I will not cover. Different types of entities I will not cover. Again, items of financial statements I will explain you briefly. See, this items of financial statements weightage is 12 to 14 marks. You know that? But do you know, this is the chapter which nobody can explain, logically speaking. It is not a chapter like how to verify audit of creditors, how to verify debtors, how to verify inventory, how to verify inventory in hand, how to apply analytical procedures on inventory. All are practical stuff. So what we need to understand is, we need to understand how the structure is, how businesses work. If you understand how the business work, how accounting works, how internal controls work, this chapter is going to be dead easy for you. So in this order, I will be covering items of financial statements at the end only. At the end only I will be covering. Okay. Now I will be giving some 2 hours time for this. Out of the entire 32 hours that we are going to spend, minimum 2 hours time I will allocate for items of financial statements chapter. Getting it? I will discuss all important topics from ICI material as well as the my material. Getting it? Now, if you look at the chapters I am not covering, you know what is the maximum weightage possible? Strategy, planning, materiality put together, maximum weightage I'm talking. I'm not talking minimum weightage, maximum weightage. 8 marks is the maximum weightage you get. If at all institute want to ask, maximum 8 marks and they'll ask from this. Automated environment, 5 marks maximum. Worst case, 7 marks. And standards, mostly I'll be covering. Government audit, 5 marks I'm not covering. Different types of entities. If at all maximum institute want to ask, 10 marks only they will ask. Maximum. From the topics which I'm ignoring, maximum 10. In the history of past 5-6 attempts, the weightage is 4 only. But I am conservatively allocating 10. So totally, how many marks I'm not covering? 8 plus 5, 13. 13 plus here, 15, 28. And there are some pending topics, right, which I'm not covering. Altogether, maximum weightage which I will not be covering is 40, maximum weightage. But to best of my knowledge, whatever we are going to cover in the revision class, 100 marks of the paper out of 120, out of 120, 100 marks of the paper will be coming from this, from whatever I'm covering, but worst case, minimum 80 marks of the paper that you are going to write, whether it is for December, November attempt or for the May 2023, doesn't matter, it will be covering. And remember, regular class is always a regular class. This is a revision class. First of all, understand. Getting it? In regular class, what I do, I not only explain the concept, I not only I not only discuss the concept in depth, I will read line by line, word by word. I will explain where true or false MCQ or how it will be framed. So in depth, we will discuss in a regular class. Whereas in a revision class, that in depth, alternatives, multiple ways and all cannot be discussed. Revision means what? Whatever the subject you already have an idea, have an exposure to, we will be revising it and we will be making you understand the entire subject in a connected manner. So this is the purpose of revision class. First of all, understand what you are attending for this video. The lecture which I'm talking about, the face-to-face classes which I'm talking about, is about revision classes. First of all, understand, not regular. My regular class is going to be completely different from the revision class. Okay. Then coming to, so where I'm going to take the class, I'm going to take the class at the venue, Sri Shankara Coaching Center. So it is in Mylapore. The address is given. The contact number for registering for this class is also given. And the same Shankara Institute is conducting another few more subjects face-to-face class. So one subject that is finalized is face-to-face class for CMA, Cost and Management Accounting of CA Inter Group 1. So this class is handled by Ganesh Bharadwaj. Getting it? If you are interested, you can even enroll for this. Getting it? You can even enroll for Bharadwaj classes as well. So you can contact them. Okay, these are the numbers given for contacting. You can contact them and then register. So I think I clarified what I am covering, what I'm not covering, everything in depth I clarified. I think now you are in a better position to take a decision whether to attend for this face-to-face class or not. And I'm telling you, the recorded version of these will be available only after completion of the class. And 99% I'm sure recording facility is very good. Getting it? But exceptionally, if at all recording facility is not proper, getting it, if at all some technical disturbances were there, we may not record. But I am 99.99% confident that the recording facility, everything is properly, designed. Everything, every setup, entire setup is ready. So that's it. So why late? So just contact the numbers given here and then enroll for the classes. Getting it? I think the classroom capacity is some 100 or 120 only maximum. So beyond that we can't accept as well. Because our you can take, if at all you're unable to attend for this, you can take Google Drive class as well for that later. So with this, whatever the face-to-face class I'm going to cover, what I'm not covering, who can attend, who should not attend, what material we are going to use, where you can download from, everything I spoke clearly. Okay? So take care, take your decision wisely. All the best. Bye bye.